Okay, so you watch the show. Now it's time to level up. Hit that join button and get the VIP treatment. Early access behind the...
Oh, I don't know what happened. What's going down, man?
Salute, salute.
Yeah, man. Yeah, what's happening, Toyo?
Everything gravy. What's up, Big A?
I can't call it, might spoil it, man.
I know that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Salute, Big Welch in the building. Salute the quick. Salute. How you feeling this morning, Big A? You all right this morning?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm making do, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, man.
What's up? Make it easy, brother. Make it easy. Breathe through it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Just checking on you because I know you don't do too much what they call in the dog world. You don't do too much contesting or yelling out, so sometimes I like to check on you because ain't nobody gonna know if they don't ask. So salute, bro.
Yeah, nah, we good, man. Everything good, bro. You know? Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Salute GB, H&F, family, Dorian Stoltz, what's happening? Salute Big Dre, you already.
Yeah.
Salute the pressure. Salute that whole cap gang.
Salute.
Yeah.
Oh shit, who's that? Oh, that's Big Dre. What's up, bro?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Lord, the stale ones, they must be good if you pick them rolls up from the gas station, pressure, because I know they got good stuff at the gas station sometimes. I know you ain't bring none of them jokes that smell like gas, though. The roll, some of them smell like gas.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let me get on into it. Let me see what I have for y'all. Let me go ahead and drop my little facts before I start lying to y'all and shit. But basically, shit. Oh, okay. In the woods news. Out in the woods, an 820-pound hog got handled by a pet schnauzer, y'all. So, a pet schnauzer that made the news in the woods with an 820-pound hog. He held that thing down until his owner was able to put 3 shots of that 38 caliber in him, and that was down in Alabama. Salute to that schnauzer, man. Y'all don't get them pit bulls out there and get in the woods, get some of this work, man. Every other breed out there getting that work, man. Everybody other breed out there getting that work. Salute to that schnauzer. Let's get it.
Yeah, man.
All right. Also, I'm gonna give you a little funny story that I used to hear when I was little. It was a little story, could be a lie, not. The old heads used to tell me. One time, historically speaking, the dog jumped out of the box, ran to the police station, and later on that day, the police came riding through the hood with the dog in the back because he was gonna point out motherfuckers. So there you go. Take that one to heart. Salute.
That really happened?
Hey, that's a fable from the historical times. That's a fable from the historical times. That's all I'm gonna say.
Damn, that dog been here before.
I'm sure that story. I'm sure it's a lot of dogs like that out in different states and stuff like that. I'm sure they recognize. Salute. Yeah, got to be more careful. And while I'm talking about that, yo, us brothers, bro. I'm just talking about my community. we need to retire from the criminal game, like, cause we never had good getaway plans. We never had no good getaway plans. You know, we jumping, people jump into that criminal shit and don't plan that shit out. Try to be like everybody else. Try to do everything else that they see people do. You know what I mean? And you ain't got no getaway plan. Just like I heard, you know, what made me think about it. And I know Bo, salute, Bo, you on the top shelf, so niggas be using samples off your shit. Stop complaining, nigga. You talking about every time I had to wake up to hear niggas talking about, hear myself talk. Nigga, if you had top shelf niggas cutting that shit up, remixing it, nigga. But anyway, fuck around. What I was gonna say, cause I heard Bo and King T and them, salute Hump Day, salute all that. They says when they caught Hussein, you know what I mean? They caught that nigga in the shoebox, yo. They caught that nigga in the shoebox. You see that? How they caught that nigga? And then how much he had a whole country, and I know he had money. How in the hell was that your getaway plan? What plan? What part? What was that? Getaway plan Z? I know you got A, B, and C. That nigga just went in the hole, like it looked like he was in a shoebox, yo. And then when they got him up out there, did you see the look on that nigga? And this nigga was like, he owned the whole country or whatever. Like, man, that's a hell of a fall. You know, when your plan is to get in that. Was that hole already prepared, bro? Was that already? I just went though. I got questions. And then man, my move would have been. I ain't even gonna lie. I own the whole country, yo. I'm gonna hide in the hole. If anything, I'm gonna throw when I know they looking for me. I'm throwing a free party for everybody, trying to get as many people outside as I can. We outside partying till the wheels fall off, till they got to figure out how to get me around all these motherfuckers. I just don't get it. But anyway, keep your nose clean and shit and stay out the way. Because you know you can't mess with the motherfucking police. Police always been the number one gang in the world. The motherfuckers that do the illegal and the legal. They're going to do it all. And they got the technology is turned up. We all on camera 24/7. So you know what I mean? You know, they is the goddamn criminals. In my book, motherfucker, some of the police don't even know that they criminals. You know what I mean? Because you know all of them ain't dirty. You know what I mean? But the people on the streets be knowing the dirty cops more than the people they working with. And that's how I be. It's been like that. They've been all tied up into everything we do. They're out there. They're tied up into everything you do. So, you know what I mean? The gig is up, man. The gig is up. You know, keep your nose clean, stay out the way, man. But anyway, you know, always chopping it up with my boy, you know, my brother, nonstop. You know what I mean? We be dueling sometimes a lot about the dogs, just bulldogging. And you know, I always take note when he win a match. You know, he win a match. So you know, we was talking about Tab or something, and he was like, you know, all Tab shit ain't the same, right? So boom, just by him saying that little comment made me put a broad stroke on everything. That's how it is with all these dogs. That's why I stress the importance of doing something with the dogs, because like he said, all Tabs dogs ain't the same. And I'm sure all Red Boy Jocko dogs ain't the same, or Red Boy dogs ain't the same, or Eli dogs ain't the same. So it goes all the way down. I could carry that statement all the way down. So, you know, that's why it's important for you to do something with the dogs. How are you going to know which ones do you have? Do you have the Tab dogs that don't do shit, don't walk the leash or whatever, or some shit like that, or any bloodline? Do you have those ones, or do you have the good ones? You know, like how many times, fellas, we love these dogs. How many times coming up in the hood, I always bring it back to the hood or your neighborhood or whatever, and you seen a pit bull. Y'all guys, the young and the old, you seen a pit bull. The neighborhood dog, you know what I mean? Nobody know who has that dog bred or nothing like that. Nobody know about even the owner don't even know nothing about no papers or nothing. But when all your life, when you seen this dog as a child and all that, you seen that dog active. You seen that dog interacting with people. You seen them doing things, you know, doing things that made you like a pit bull. And nobody knew how it was bred. That's the dog that made you want to get a pit bull, something that nobody knew was bred, how it was bred. Okay, then that's peep with me, stay with me here. But you see this dog active all around since he was a puppy. People playing with him and all that. He grew up to be a nice dog. Now you go buy one of these dogs that the people be talking about, and you got a super duper pedigree and all that type of stuff, and all that type. You know how yours bred. You done went and spent your money for this and this, and that joker is not acting like your old neighborhood dog. He, as a puppy, he ain't acting like it. You call the man back up you got it from. What's his answer? His answer is like, you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. All right, so you take that. You wait till like 6 months. That joker still ain't doing nothing that you seen them other jokers doing, your old neighborhood joint doing. It's a bunch of feedback somewhere. Is that coming from me? But anyway, so you get to 6 months, he ain't really doing what he supposed to be doing or whatever. You know, or what you liked in the pit bull, you ain't seeing it in this joint that you bought for high dollar. And you know that pit bull you seen when you was little coming up, he ain't that person that owned it, did not pay no high dollar. Now you got this high dollar joint, and it ain't doing nothing that dog you seen coming up do. It's at 6 months now. You call back. He say, man, look, the dog only 6 months. He's starting to get a little sour with it though now because you called it back the second time. Man, the dog only 6 months, man. What do you expect the dog to do, man? Come on, like, you know, you got to be patient. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so you take the little verbal lashing. You know what I mean? You take the verbal lashing and you chill. Now the dog a year old. You know what I mean? He coming around a little bit, but man, this ain't the same joker that you used to see when you was coming up. This joker, you know what I mean? He don't even chase no balls. He don't even do nothing. He's scared of people, different things or whatever. You scared to call him, man. Now you start to realize, man, this nigga got me. This nigga got me, yo. Boom, boom, boom. So now you're not even really interested in the dog. You're not even trying to, because you're looking at it like you got a lemon. When he really probably ain't a lemon, but it's just, this is how the things go. This is how the things go, though. So now you ain't even calling him back no more because you done figured, oh, he just done got you. Because basically the way he talked to you the last time when you called him at 6 months or a year, he was a little sour with it. He couldn't explain to you why this dog wasn't doing certain things. So he's mad. He's like, okay, well, listen, if you ain't going to be patient, he going to hit you with some other stuff. And this has been going on for years. And this is how dudes pass along their dogs with these papers on it and all that. And that they already done put got what they wanted out of it, believe me. So you got that stuff. And you spent a couple dollars on it. They spent a couple dollars on it. So which means some of y'all gonna get married to that lie. Instead of just calling it a lie and it's what it was and what it is and all that, you're gonna get married to that lie and come out here and tell us about them bloodlines and how this and that and all that. But I just wanted to touch on that. So all these lines, whatever dogs you're getting, make sure it's the real shit. You know what I mean? And we never had enough, at least me coming up, I never had whole bunch of thousands or 500s or 1500s to keep throwing out to find out who's really not going to lie to me. Most of us only had one 1500 or that we saved up and we went to that man. And that's what you got. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, if you follow with me what I'm saying, then you follow with what I'm saying. So let's get it. Let me see. Anybody in the building? My fault. I go on my rant. Anybody in the building? Big A, if you still there. If anybody in the building, talk to me. Shit.
We here, bro. We here.
So Big Toyo.
Yeah, what's up?
That was a great little cook. I done seen it both ways. On one time, it was one acting like you saying, and it came to the point where it wasn't no more waiting. He got to leave, or I think we gave it away or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, sir.
Dog, So, what happened?
What happened?
The next season, motherfucker bring that same motherfucker, and after the after show, motherfucker, hey man, what's that right there? That's that same one you didn't want. Like, what?
Yeah.
How much you gonna take for him back? How much you gonna charge me again? Yeah, but it don't happen like that all the time though. I think a lot of times be those horror stories that you just explained though.
Yes, sir. And I know about them stories that you just said. That happens too. You are right about that. You know what I mean? You are right about that. But like I say, It's about how that breeder know a little bit more than what he telling you at the beginning, because sometimes that's a hard pill for him to say, look, man, this joker probably ain't gonna do nothing until he 3 years old. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of him saying, look, this joker ain't gonna do nothing. I'm talking about he might act like nothing till 3 years old. Cause you're gonna turn somebody away if you tell them the truth like that. And you say, look, if you wait though to 3, boy, you might got some magic that happen. A lot of people ain't going for that. You know what I mean? That's not a good sales pitch, but it is the truth sometimes. So I salute what you're saying, GB.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and to echo what you just said, sometimes you got to take that. If I come to Toyo, and in order for me to come to Toyo, I must like what you got, or like what I have seen what you got, right? And once I get something from you, and you tell me, hey, yo, GB, this line, I know you like it or whatever, man, but they normally don't get interested until they around 2-3 years old. And even when they get interested, if you gotta invoke it to do anything, if it don't do it by itself, it's not ready. And you tell me that because you done had these dogs 20-30 years, and you done seen 100 of them, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
I take this animal, and at 15 months, I'm blowing your line up, or I'm telling everybody, man, fuck Toyo, he ain't shit, man. That's bullshit. Man, you don't want that shit over there. You know what I'm saying? How many times that happened? And it's just because the handler didn't do what you told it to do,
Oh, it happened to me. It happened to me plenty of times. You know what I mean? It happened to me plenty of times when uh, that's got to do with because sometimes when I was young, I was breeding things, I was rushing and stuff, and I was giving them to my friends and stuff like that, and a lot of them they wasn't gonna be patient and stuff like that. Everybody want that fast stuff or whatever. So a lot of my dogs at the beginning was treated like that, like I felt like people wasn't giving them a chance and all that type of shit. But yeah, that was excellent. What you said, that was excellent. I definitely feel what you were saying, GB. I've been there, done that for sure.
That's facts. And then just like you said, well, let me say, back in the day, I used to, not back in the day now, you still gonna favor the one that's doing what you wanted to do, the hot little pup or whatever. But like you said, everybody wants a hot little pup, but everybody's not gonna do what it takes to really cultivate this little pup, that hot one. It take a lot of work to you really got to save the pup from itself. You know what I'm saying? So that take
Yes,
a
sir.
lot, a lot of work, patience, and time, and everybody ain't gonna do that. So sometimes, whether you know it or not, and I'm saying this from the standpoint that I'm still probably gonna choose the hot animal. But the ones that you have to wait on is really helping you, because you get the dog get to develop more naturally. You know what I'm saying? When it won't do nothing, it won't work, or sometimes it just get an animal time to grow and develop. And now when you get to the end line, you got a 2 or 3 year old animal that's fully mature, fully developed. He or she ain't had no stress on his bones, all his teeth there, his teeth ain't cracked or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Most times when you get to that situation right there, whether you think it or not, you in a better situation than most.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with that, GB. I agree with that, and it's a tricky game. It's a tricky game because just like what I'm saying, the opposite can be what it really is. Like for real, we can't forget about the hot ones and how dangerous they is giving them to people, because even though they what you want, whatever, those ones get ruined the most, right, GB? Those ones get ruined the most. The ones that is hot and doing all that stuff, somebody you give them to people, they get out there and get ruined the most. They don't even get to live to be grown. So people do that to them too.
Remember,
Yeah.
2 days ago we was talking about the environment in the program. That's a hunt. I can damn near guarantee you, if somebody got a hot one and they really don't know what they doing, then the one that's slow probably gonna 9 times out of 10 when it's all said and done is gonna come out better than the hot one. Not to say that the hot one wasn't like that, but man, it's like you said, it's a slippery slope. It's a thin line between love and hate. You gotta really, really, what we was talking about, them eyes. You really, really gotta have an eye and hands on experience. No, for real, you really gotta have an eye and hands on experience and some coaching, and you know what I'm saying, some good guys around you to really help you get this product that you got to the finish line, man.
Yes,
I think that's
sir.
a task that people don't really, they say we throw that around and do all that. But once you get that, that's a loaded 50 cal, boy. That's a atomic. That could be a nuke bomb you playing with, man. You can not only damage yourself, you can hurt everybody around you, like you said. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you cooking. Yes, sir. Shit. Uh, and I also wanted to talk about us too, GB. I wanted to talk about us as a people too. Like, you know, I'm just talking about from when I came up. I was born in 71. So coming up in those years and stuff, our toys was different than the younger kids of today or whatever. Like niggas on Christmas, they on their Christmas list, it was like a basketball, baseball bat, baseball glove, or a football or whatever. You wanted that. You couldn't get nothing really else. Christmas was for, your parents gonna get you some clothes and stuff like that or whatever. You might could pick a couple of toys or whatever. So most of us wanted a football or a basketball because like we didn't have a whole lot of in-house toys. Like, it was the beginning of like video games. We had Atari 2600, ColecoVision, and Television. Those was the names back then, but those people, had a couple dollars that had those things. You know what I'm saying? We basically was outside, man. We was outside. Our parents was working hard as shit. So whereas though they wasn't home. So we had to be outside. We had to learn how to cook early. You know what I mean? We had to learn how to take care of our younger siblings and stuff like that for long periods of time. We had to keep them safe. Sometimes my little brother would get lost. I had to go find them. You know what I'm saying? It's scary nowadays for you to even let the little kids go out like that, but we was outside. I mean, for 10, 12 hours, we in the middle of the street playing football. We move out the way when the cars come through. Our basketball courts usually had a whole bunch of broken glass on it and the rims was broke. So we basically had to make basketball courts out of crates and stuff on the trees, hammer them up and stuff like that. We did that. Because the people ain't come through there and give us no new basketball court because we had the older kids was bad as shit. I come up in the era where though niggas was still walking around with big radios and shit and playing. In my area, they was playing go-go and shit. It wasn't a whole bunch of hip hop in my neighborhood. Pembroke Terrace, Salute, Suitland, Maryland, Silver Hill Road. Yeah, they was
Backyard band, junkyard band.
The cool. This was before back in them. It was S's, Air Raid, Prophecy. It was Red Ass's Prophecy, Chuck Brown, EU, Trouble Funk, you know what I mean? Like Drop the Bomb, all that type shit. You had neighborhood bands and shit. Like, that was a thing too. We all tried to be in a band and shit, like a neighborhood band. We beating on something or talking shit on the mic. That's where we came up, how we came up, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the athletes that came out of that shit, we was already athletes. We was already athletic. You know what I mean? We was already on every day. We was doing that type of stuff. Wow. So it was all about us getting with, getting with an organized program. We was already built for that shit. So nowadays it seemed like it changed. You got. It's totally different. I be looking for the athletes. Even though they still out here, I be looking across the country. I be looking and they still sprinkles and stuff like that. But man, everybody, when I was coming up, that's what we was doing. That's what we was doing out there getting it. So that's what I'm comparing to the dogs. Like, the dogs in a certain time was outside getting it. You dig? They was outside getting it. So when the transition happened, like, you know what I mean? Like, we got to be honest. Like, you know what I mean? So even with all the games, you can see it in the athletes of today. How don't get mad at me, young guys and stuff like that. To me, they seem softer. They just seem softer. I'm not saying they're not talented. It's just a little soft. It's a little softness. It's a little softness.
Hey, Toyo.
Yes, sir.
You popping it, my brother. This your shit. You popping it. You 100% right. And the parallel is I think that's on point two, transitioning to the dogs. I would dare to say 100%. The only reason I got in dogs or even seen a dog because I was outside. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
If you're not outside, your interest ain't even gonna peak towards the dogs. Back in those times, back in those days, you had to be outside. That's when you see your cousin or your partner, or whatever, walking the dog or putting the dog in, or just to say, "Hey, what is this?" Or you walking, you might be walking through the neighborhood and say, "It might be some old people over there." What kind of dog is that? The first dog that I seen that got me interested in dogs was really one of those. What kind of dog? The American Bulldog. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
got
one of my math teachers had. I'm like, I had been seeing the Richard Stratton books in school and all this, but we walking around riding bikes through the neighborhood. We see this dog. What's
you. Yes,
this?
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah,
Maybe
outside.
maybe the next summer come through. All these dogs I've been looking at school. I come home. There's a dog tied up on a tree. I'm like, this the same dog I done seen. It so happened. My cousin, he got pit bulls now. Now the saga begins from there.
Yes,
You feel
sir.
what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And you're right, man. It's the from the human aspect, the kids of today's don't get they're not most of the time not allowed or just not don't get the chance to get to that environment. You know what I'm saying? Unless some kids do it if they stay out in the country and shit like that. But most people in the urban areas or in in city areas, they not outside like that. They on their phone, you know what I'm saying? They inside, they playing game, they playing what's the game they play? What's the shit? Not Call of Duty, what's the shit they play all the time?
Oh, they finished with Call of Duty because they
No,
was on
they
that
still
hard.
play it, but it's the shit they damn, what's the goddamn game they be shooting on? They know what I'm talking about. Anyway, but yeah, they ain't on there. We used to be outside, legs getting scarred up from broken paddles on the bikes
What?
and shit like that,
What?
coming in like that. You know what I'm saying? When you take a bath, goddamn, you look at the bath water dirty for real. There's all type of shit floating around in there. You know what I'm saying? You
Hey,
really
Slim.
outside.
You
Really outside.
talking that real shit, man. Cause man, I'm telling you, you talking that real shit, man. I was riding with me and my boys. We riding in the woods with the bikes, jumping over the bumps. We doing our regular thing. And one of my pedals, that thing was off. Like you said, it's always gonna happen. One of my pedals, the thing was off, and I jumped. And some type of way, my foot slipped off that pedal, and that thing went inside my leg, right, and came out. I didn't even notice till I'm still riding. Then I felt a little cold down on my leg, like the blood was dripping. Man, when I looked down there, meat was popping out my leg like I don't know what. Now, at this time, like I'm telling you, my parents at work. So I'm just out, I got to be in at a certain time. My little brother is riding in his big wheel somewhere in the neighborhood. I'm in the woods with my bike. Now I got a big ass hole in my leg with meat coming out. And all of us I think we was like in third, fourth grade or some shit. Right. Man, this how the camaraderie was back then though. My niggas got me home like they knew what the fuck they was doing. I'm laying down on the rug in my house, and them niggas got towels and shit around me. They don't know, but they just try to save me and shit. You know what I mean? Hey, yo, I still got the mark on my leg though. Hey, but that's how it was though, man.
I got that same motherfucker.
Hey, that's how you know we brothers. When you got that mark, you see that mark on the nigga. Yeah. You see that mark on the nigga. You say, I know where that mark came from. It's certain marks. There's certain marks on niggas that when you see them, oh, you know they've been outside. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
I'm gonna say this too before I let my other brother cook. When we talking about exercising the animals with the bikes and shit. Man, I remember, man, the kids, man, we might take we building bikes, we going to get tires off of old bikes, chains, we putting them joints together like we building a car, right? But then, you get the riding and you know what I'm saying, Christmas done came around. Some of the new guys got the new mountain bikes. Some of them got mongooses or whatever. You know what I'm saying. But then you get to learn about gears and shit, right? So we riding these bikes 3-4 miles, 5 miles. Then we going in the woods, going up hills and shit. Then you start realizing, damn. You need a bike with more gears. The more gears you got, the more easier. Because it's rough when you get 5 miles one way and you got to ride that joint 5 miles back. Hey, you got to be in shape. So that's what I'm saying. Like, them guys, want to do it. I'm all for the road work, you know what I'm saying, on the bikes. I like it. That's one of my go-tos. But you just got to know you better have some calf muscles on you when you get ready to get on that bike.
You ain't lying, bro. What's up, Big Welsh?
Ain't shit, man. Cooling, man. Cooling. I hopped on this bitch late. What y'all talking about, man?
Nothing and everything at the same time.
Right.
Shit, yeah, I've been in and out this motherfucker, man. I'm in the shop. I heard y'all was talking about some dogs. About what y'all was talking about earlier with the dogs when you first started.
Oh yeah, I think he
Go
was
ahead,
saying.
GP.
I remember you saying something about with just getting the dogs out. Oh yeah, I had to tell you about that too, Toyo. You said the dog. What kind of dog you said that was killed? The 800-pound hog.
He ain't killed him. His owner had to put them 3 slugs in him, but he did what he's supposed to do to his owner put them slugs in him. It was a schnauzer.
Hey, I'm gonna
Oh, a
tell you
giant
guys something,
schnauzer.
man. Tell you guys something that's real. That's really, really, really real. Don't take them animals out there in them woods unless they've been trained, man. Your dog gonna die. I promise. If the dog's not trained, if you don't got the proper safety tools, if you really out there, you know what I'm saying? When you out there in the woods, you might run across something 25 pounds to some 800 pounds, especially depending on where area you in. Man, that hog hunt, man, that's a serious, that's just serious, man. I done seen more dogs perish from hog hunting in a year than damn near just regular dog shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
hog, that hog hunting for real, man. You gotta know what you're doing, man.
But see, that's why I say, a lot of these guys, they dogs is ain't bad as they think it is. You know,
Man,
yeah, he might be bad with that other 35, but I know he ain't gonna push no weight.
man.
Because people forget that in the working dog world, meaning roaming in the open, it's all kind of weight classes. You ain't gonna be going in for 35 all the time. So, a lot of people swear they got the baddest Jeep Red Boy Rascal. That motherfucker ain't never been in the woods. He the baddest in the backyard.
Right.
He ain't the baddest though.
You just brought up something else it's gonna collide with what we was talking about yesterday. He also said that somebody brought up some tab dogs and he was like his tab dogs wasn't the same. You know what some of the tabs be different. I think that hits on why sometimes some people so quick, like J-Bo say, some people so quick to say, that's my shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
in it's real hard to get a whole litter of animals that the whole litter is uniform, meaning that they from the look to the performance, they all the same. You feel what I'm saying? So bulls quick to say because they got the best one or it's doing something that the other one ain't got, that they say is I ain't gonna say they, I'm gonna say we sometimes quick to say that's our shit or it's mine because it's a little different. But yet and still, you still got to realize where they got it and who it came from. That's all I got to say about that.
I mean, yeah, because you hear they say, well, I bought the dogs, I stuck them together. That's my shit. That's no, it's not, because you don't got no work behind it. So how is it yours if you ain't got no work behind it? That don't even make sense.
Yeah.
You ain't got no generations behind it, but it's yours. You ain't got no dog in the second, third, fourth. You ain't got no dog in the seventh, eighth, ninth, but it's yours. How?
Yeah. Well, we understand that, but some gonna say it's theirs because it's different from all the other little mates
No,
or
no, it's
animals
not.
off
No,
of
it's
that,
not. No, it's not.
and they put in the work. I mean, that's
I'm
what
gonna
they
tell
gonna
you.
say. I
No,
know it
I
ain't,
know,
but
but I'm
that's
gonna tell you.
what they
I'm gonna
gonna
tell you
say.
how it's not different. I'm gonna tell you how it's not different. Only people who say that is the people who not familiar with the other offspring and the family members that's already in the dogs. Those are the people who say that. For instance, you see what I sent in the group last night, right? That black and tan. Game breaker.
He might have fell off. Well, she left you hanging on that
Yeah,
one. What's
yeah.
up?
Nah, I fell off, bro. What you say now?
Okay.
No, I was saying, you remember what I sent you last night in the group?
Right.
The black and tan dog, right?
Right.
Now you see my bitch that just had the puppies, Black Beauty. Look, the same exact dog, right?
Right.
The pet I sent you, that dog was from 2004. This bitch was just born 4 years ago. So that's an exact clone of the same dog. I can tell you where the dog is pulling from. So me having the dogs that's behind her, knowing that, I know where it's coming from. But for most of these guys that's just saying, oh, that's my shit, but you ain't own none of the dogs behind it, you ain't own none of the litter mates, there's nothing you can speak on behind the dogs. It's not yours. How you see, people want the easy way out in the American Pit Bull Terrier. Again, this is the only breed where people try to buy two dogs, stick them together, and say it's their shit. No other dog breed, no other working dog breed, no horse breeders, nobody else does that but the American Pit Bull Terrier community.
Until they win.
So it's people are lazy these days. If you want to scream something is yours, put the work in. Make some new shit with it. Put 2-3 generations together. Stop rushing to say it's yours, because y'all say it's yours soon as the transport drop it off. If it was yours, it would have been born in your goddamn house. You ain't had to get it transported to you if it was yours. You ain't had to go across town to get it if it was yours. So again, it ain't yours. You just own it. Once you start to put it together, then it's yours. But if somebody else can copy it, the same exact thing you doing, how's it yours? Because only time somebody can copy and duplicate your breedings is if you not the creator of it. Nobody can copy nothing you created.
Facts.
Okay, Welsh. I'm gonna give you a little bit pushback on that. All right, let me ask you. So, or I'm just trying to get some clarity. Am I safe to say the dog is mine and the blood is theirs? Can I say the dog is mine at least? Can I just say the dog is mine and whatever? Huh?
The dog is yours. It's just like if you go to the Toyota dealership, you sign the title, the car yours, but the bloodline is still a Toyota.
I got you. So when you buy the Toyota, the car's yours, but you don't own Toyota. That's what you saying. Got you. Salute.
Right.
I mean, it's just I don't see how people do that. Like, and again, it's not just me talking. What other breed of animal or dogs do you hear these type of conversations? Where? You're not gonna find it. So it's only with the bully people don't even do that shit. It's only with the American people, Pit Bull Terrier, people don't want to put the work in. They just want to buy some bred up pedigrees and talk about, oh yeah, that's my shit. No, it's not. You ain't got no work in that pedigree. Yeah. If they wanted that same blood that you got, they not coming to you. They going to the people who put the pups on the ground. Now, unless you make the dog you own, Toyo, the dog that you own, if you made that dog famous and yada, 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 then they're going to come to you to try to get something off of that. But again, if you're not doing nothing with it and just taking stud fees and you're not adding nothing to the program to keep it going on your own yard, guess what? You're going to get a few studs, but they still going to go to the people behind your dogs.
I understand.
Hey, then Wilch, you said something. You dropped the gem when you was talking. You said that the dogs ain't different. You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I got a Welsh dog, and he's a little bit better than the other ones. Or he's showing some he's showing something different. You know what I'm saying? He, like J-Bo and them said last night, he an outstanding superstar. So I think he different. But little do I know, because I ain't profiled the whole pedigree or his whole lineage. I don't know that the different that I'm seeing is really something that's coming back. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's in his pedigree or something that's in his lineage that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I've been a victim in that. I'm sure most of us have. You know what I'm saying? But I was just saying you absolutely right. A lot of times those differences is just the unknown that we don't know that's already in our pedigree.
Yeah. So I mean, and for example, most of the pairs that you sing, if you look at most of my pairs, the back end is always lined up the same. So I know where the dogs is pulling from. I know where the shit is coming from. But for people who don't got no experience with the dogs and saying they shit different, how is it different? You ain't never seen the grandfather. You ain't never seen the grandmother. You ain't seen the uncle. How do you know that your dog is different? without being able to talk about majority of the family. If you can't even explain the first 4 generations of dogs, but you saying your shit different. So it's just the attachment with this breed, and there's nothing wrong with that. They damn good dogs, but people so quick, like I say, I call it the conquering mindset. You know, just like they came over here talking about this day shit, but it's, you know, I'm not racist, but it's no white statues nowhere. All the shit that's been hidden is a bunch of black statues. So for you to just get something and say it's yours, it's impossible because you can't duplicate it. So it's not yours. You know, so just and another thing, Game Breaker, everybody talking about they got the best this, best that. Why they not putting these best dogs together and getting more if it's so good?
They might can't whip. You know, they might got to go back to their grandparents, and they might not be available. You know, it'd be a
Tony,
I
how
feel
you
you.
make it? Well, Tony, this is the thing though. You can make new stuff if people stop trying to breed backwards. You can't make nothing new if you worried about if you try to make a pedigree from 1976. Of course you ain't gonna see nothing new.
Hey, I disagree with that. But
Shit.
I respectfully disagree, and I'll tell you why, man. And this is just my perspective. I'm different. Okay? Everything y'all say, I'm guilty all of it. But I'm gonna speak my perspective on it. I ain't gonna say you're gonna make it new, but okay, I'll give you an example. Chinaman was an excited body, that's what they say, right? I don't know. I wasn't there, I didn't raise Chinaman. But when I hear excited body, some people go, I don't want it, that's man biting curse stuff. But for what I do, I'm like, shoot, it's already there, but ain't nobody using it this way. That's new to me.
I mean, that's new to you, but it's the same thing. Put it this way. I'm gonna put it to you this way. With the Jeep dogs, how all these people got certain amount of percentage DNA Jeep dogs, right? One of the most recognized people that's not even public, he actually has one of the highest percentages of honey bunch dogs. Most people don't even know this. Well, but the average person don't even know this man. He shows up to the New Jersey Tri-State show, and he goes to certain other shows. He don't wear no kennel shirt or nothing. A few dog men actually know this man. He's in a lot of people pairs who like Jeep Red Boy Rascal, but nobody ever talks about this man. So it might be new to you, Dre, but it's not new to the people who've been around. Now, again, with making new dogs, if you making crosses and lining up the dogs way that nobody else is, you're going to get different results because you're not copying the breeders. You're going outside of the usual. There's not too many double bred macho buck alligator dogs out there. It's not too it's so many different crosses and percentages you can go by to make new dogs, but most of the people can't see it because everybody trying to breed like each other.
Well, I agree with that. What I'm getting at is, if you get 2 Red Boy Jocko dogs of the same litter, right? You can breed them to 2 litter mates off another litter. But if your dog does this, it's a specific thing that your dog does. Yes, to your dog, I don't know, your dog 3 squirrels naturally. The other one don't do that. He produces dogs to do that. Over time, even though ain't no blood change, them 2 dogs don't have the same qualities anymore.
Well, yeah, because each pup pulls from a different ancestor, so of course that's going to happen.
So if they all pull from different ancestors, how everything ain't new?
What do you mean?
If you can't replicate it, right? Because that's what we said. We was talking about the NBA player last night. We was talking about how this NBA player can't reproduce himself. Okay, so this son, Magic Johnson's son, is completely new. He don't even call himself a boy no more. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm getting at is
the environment, but that's another topic.
yeah, I ain't gonna go too far with that. What
environment, folks, environment.
Yeah, Magic Johnson's son just came out magic. He's definitely magic.
But now what I'm getting at is when we
that
talk
unknown
about
paperwork,
genetic variation, and with genetic variation, no matter how many times you breed the same dog, you'll never get the same result. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I get it. You're not changing, you're not reinventing the wheel, but you're never gonna get the same wheel twice. The same durability will never be the same. The bite will never be the same. The intelligence will never be the same. And then when you add in the environment and the hands, you're talking about everything is new.
Hey Dre, peep this, Dre. All right, we at the table playing cards. This is what it is. I always break it down to cards. It's an APBT deck of cards. It's the APBT genetics. Consider that the deck of cards. We only got a certain amount of genetics in the APBT. You cannot make nothing new unless you add a whole nother animal with new genetics. So no matter what hand you get dealt out that deck, somebody else that had that hand before, bro. You might got three diamonds and 4 spades and 2 clubs in this hand, whatever. It might be a winning hand, but somebody that had that same hand and was a losing joint. You got to look at it like that. That's why they saying ain't nothing, you can't get nothing new, no new, whatever. Everybody, just because you might not get the same hand twice in a row, if you in it long enough, if you playing the game long enough, you'll see those hands coming back to you. You'll see those hands coming back to you. But the deck of cards never change, bro, until you put another animal in there. The deck of cards, that genetic pool that we playing with will never change unless somebody put another animal in it. That's why people are saying you can't never make nothing new out the American Pit Bull Terrier. You just can make, you might got whatever hand you got. You only got 1 diamond in your hand and all spades. You rocking right now. But you might not be rocking because the nigga with all clubs in his hands could change that whole game around if you know how to play it. If you get what I'm saying, you done played spades before.
All right, Toyo. Look at it
quick though. But if you got a color wheel and you only have the basic colors, how many colors can you make with that color wheel?
All of them.
Once you got black in the color wheel, once you got black in it, every color could come from black. You gotta look at that like that. But what is black? What are you talking about? Colors and or
no? I'm just talking about the dogs, not the color. But I'm just saying with the basic color wheel, just the basic colors. You can make every single color there is, every shade of it, every whatever it is.
All right. Well, let me ask you this, Big A. Can you make a new color then? Can you make a new color?
Not without adding something to the basic colors.
All right, now salute.
But I think y'all missing the point. And I believe, I don't know if it was Twins and them or Schoolboy talking about this. When you say you can't make nothing new, I don't know how many of y'all got 7th generation pairs and up there where you can actually physically look at this and see the breeders and the dogs stand. Let me put it to you this way: if Game Breaker got a dog, let's go with Pit Island. If you got it, okay, no, let's go with Chinaman since everybody more know that dog. If Game Breaker got Chinaman in the first, Big A got Chinaman in the second, I got him in the third. Let's say Dre got him in the fourth. Now we all got different. They say all of those dogs are males, and we all got different females. Mind you, Chinaman sits in a different place in all of our males. We can breed all of those males to different females. We're not going to get the same shit. Now, we say we take all of those, the best offsprings from those, and put those together. You still not gonna get the same shit. My point with that is where your dog sits, every time you breed, you pushing something back. Most of the people who talk the shit where you can't get new shit is the people who got the heaviest inbred dogs. What more new are you going to try to find when your dog is inbred 85 to 90%? What new can pop out of that? You haven't added in the genetics in there to get nothing new. Hold on, Toyo. Hold on. With these game dogs, if you know about that's why I say I question how people read pedigrees. If you look at Patrick's dog, look how many Staffordshire Terriers is in Patrick's dogs up close, not way in the back, up close. So every dog that y'all call pit bulls, depending on where exactly they came from as an individual, some of them are goddamn 80% certain bloodline of Staffordshire Terrier. Some of them are only 37% of certain dogs. So until you actually get to the nitty gritty, you're going to always say you can't get nothing new because you don't know what's behind the dogs.
All right. Then let me ask you this, Welsh. Okay, so what I'm reading, what you saying, bro, is you and I don't. This is what I just feel like what you saying.
That's not what I'm saying. You can pull the pedigree up on the screen.
Right,
it ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying.
Okay, all right. Well, I ain't gonna pull up no pedigrees, but I'm gonna just shoot this out real quick. I can't pull up no pedigrees because I ain't got that shit in my machine. But listen, I don't need to pull up pedigrees for this. What you're talking about is just pedigrees. That's all you talking about, dog. Basically, you ain't gonna have you made a new dog out here yet with these pedigrees? Now I understand you saying it's gonna look, to me, you just saying it's gonna look different on the pedigree. It's gonna look like some shit, a new pedigree. You making a new pedigree.
I'm talking about overall in general. I'm not talking, it's not about the pig.
All right, let me finish. If it ain't about the pig, you consistently going back to the pig to make us go back to pig to understand what you're saying. What I'm trying to tell you, you not making no new dog, bro. I don't care how you flip that pedigree around. I don't care if you write it in cursive next time you put it, or you flip it and make this mix up or whatever, and you saying nobody can't get that mix. That dog on the ground ain't gonna be nothing that ain't nobody seen before, unless you telling me something different. It's gonna be a dog that somebody is comparable to another dog.
All right, let me ask you this. What are you looking for? Let's start there. What are you looking for?
A good dog that I call a good dog.
It's good dogs in the animal shelter. Again, what are you looking for?
A good dog that satisfy my standards. That's all I'm looking for. What you looking for?
An all-around dog that ain't just good in the backyard against his own.
You can find that in the shelter. Okay, you can find that in the shelter. So where we at?
But I'm asking you. That's my point, Toyo. What
I don't get your point. I don't get your point. I'm trying to tell you, you ain't getting no new. You ain't getting no new dog. I'm trying to find out where you coming at with it. Where the new dog at?
What new dog are you trying to get, Toyo?
You don't know it's new when you see it. I ain't trying to get no new dog. I'm not trying to get no new dog. People, it seems like you saying you can make a new dog. So where's the new dog at?
No, I never said that. I said new families of dog. I don't know what new dog y'all talking about.
Oh, okay, well, okay, we make that clear then. Okay, so you saying we can't make a new dog, but you can make a new family of dogs. Okay, so I got it now. But you ain't making no new dog, right?
Fit 12782. Just click on Red Baby and some of them dogs, brother. Just click on the pig. It's right there. The Staffordshire Terrier is not even 4 generations back.
So I just want to get that with you though. Let's make that clear. Is we making new dogs out here? Well, so is that what we doing?
In order to make a new dog, you have to cross breeds. What are we talking about here?
There we go. You got to add a whole new animal in there with new genetics. Am I correct?
I mean, how else you gonna make something new?
All right. Okay. That's what I'm saying. So I just want to know if we saying the same thing. I want to know if we saying the same thing, or as if you trying to say we can make a new dog. Because the way you talking is like you saying the people that saying we can't make nothing new is all this and all that. But like what we saying is you can't make a new dog. And is you disputing that, or you saying you think we saying you can't change up the pedigrees to make it look like you got some new cooking going on, Salute to your cooking, but you ain't making nothing new out here that far as to whatever. You gonna make a good dog like I'm looking for a good dog. You looking for a good dog? That's what we looking for. Now how you cook it up could be different. How another nigga cook it up, your whip game could be different than the next nigga whip game. But a dog that you put on the ground, no matter how good it is, it's gonna be a dog out there comparable to it. You ain't making nothing new unless that motherfucker flying. We ain't seen nothing new out these dogs unless they flying or driving cars like Bulldog and Bojo. That's how Vigor driving that car around. I ain't never seen one do that. I mean, but like we ain't making no new joint.
When you say something new, I mean, anybody with common sense, I mean, to get something new, you have to add something else to it.
Yes, sir. I agree with you, Welsh. I'm clear with you now. I agree with you. I think it was just misconstrued on, you said, I was just confused on how you were saying it. Like, like it kind of seemed like you were saying, nah, nigga, we can make some new dogs or whatever. And I ain't understand that part.
Bingo. It was the same. It was the y'all agreed. It was just he went a different way of saying it. He just used the pedigree as reference points. You know what I'm saying for the AM staff. Hey Toyo, I got a question for you. What you think about this though? You talk about these bulldogs and about people saying it's theirs. I think everybody wants a attachment to a good dog. You feel what I'm saying? Or a good family of dogs, you know, and the same thing, the same shit that the American Pit Bull Terrier gets scorned and threw in the dirt about, that's the same shit that for some reason we want attachment to. It don't have to be anything illegal though. It could be a champion, grand champion, weight pool or whatever. Everybody wants attachment to a great dog. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that drives us to say it's ours, or we did this, or we put a certain stain on it, because everybody wants a good dog or want to attach me to a good dog. What you got to say about that, Victorio?
Man, hold on right quick. Hey, salute y'all. I just want to goddamn salute everybody.
Bobby,
What up, though?
Salute, Casino.
What's happening?
Salute.
You can make your own gene pool, but no new line. Bobby Digital, that's true, but the lines also change, because if you got a double bred Chinaman dog and your Chinaman is in the first and the second and mine is in the third and fourth and our bottoms are different, those are not the same dogs, because it's pulling differently. So that is right. The gene, that's what people need to focus on, the actual gene pool. Once you focus on the actual gene pool, all that other conversation go out the window. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the gene pool. Nothing else matters but the gene pool. Because that's what people chasing. They just don't know they chasing it.
All right, let me answer a GB question. Hey, GB, coming from my standpoint, and the reason why I be trying to claim the dog, once I get it on, I just want to transfer the money and the dog get to me, and I do me. So the reason why I want to be saying it's my stuff and stuff like that, because, you know, like I say, you know, coming from my view, you know, I always was athletic outside. So I know when I get this dog, I'm going to be trying to put some influence on this dog or whatever. Now, so really what I'm claiming is my effort and my work and what I did with that dog that I know that I did. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to claim my work. That's my stuff. I don't want to claim nobody else's stuff. So if I'm wrong by saying that shit, like it's my dog, it's my work, it's only because I'm really gonna get into my dog and do stuff with it. Like that's what I feel like, a man and his dog. How can I claim my own dog and I spent my time with it? And I ain't talking about buying a grown dog from nobody. That's something different. But if I buy a puppy from somebody and I'm a person that's like what we was talking about, like, y'all, we love these dogs and we looking at them like we really got a connection with them. Yeah, I'm putting something into that dog. I'm putting my, you know, some people, I've been around these dogs so long that my friends and people be saying, man, them dogs starting to look like you, yo. And I know y'all heard the same thing. If y'all been around them so long, your family and friends will be like, man, I swear them dogs starting to look like you. It's like y'all really putting an impression on them, man. So like, yeah, I want to claim that. I mean, you know, I want to claim that. You know, the breed, I ain't never changed the breeder's name on that. He got that. He don't need nothing else. Salute.
Yeah, I agree with. Like, I feel like once you get a dog as a puppy, the moment you get that shit is, I mean, everything, all the credit from the breeder is right there on the pedigree. I mean, if you look at the pedigree, you'll see the breeder all in there. And I mean, but once it got to your hands, that's your work. You know what I'm saying? Once you start putting your work in with that puppy, that's your dog right there. But I mean, it's not your line, you know what I'm saying? But it's your dog, and everything from there forward is your shit.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying, Welsh. I know what you're saying. You know, it seems like more like you come from a breeder's aspect, and a lot of us not breeders. And I might be wrong in what I'm saying that, but like you real knowledgeable about the stuff you saying. So like when we talking to hot dogs and bean shit, it probably kind of get up underneath your skin like we don't know what we talking about and shit.
Yeah, man. You coming up on that time, man.
Yes, sir. Salute. Y'all go ahead and make y'all rounds. It was another good cookout, man. Hey, I salute y'all for coming through. Salute, Welsh. You always welcome around here. You like the cookout teacher around here. And salute GB and Casino. Y'all go ahead and make y'all rounds, bro.
Man,
Man.
salute, man. We at the cookout again with Big Toyo, Welch Casino, Big A. You know what I'm saying? It's on the flow. Act like you know. You know what I'm talking about today at the cookout. I think I brought we had barbecue summer sausages, you know what I'm saying? No glizzy. We cut them up in wedges. No glizzy though. You feel what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
wedges. They
yeah,
wedges though. You feel what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah. Yeah, then we had the sweet Hawaiian hot dog buns to go with them. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we popping
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, man.
Man, what's going on, man? Man, shit. Main thing I took from the whole convo y'all was saying, shit, man. Everybody, shit, just focus on making a name for your dog to where you make your dog so known that they come into you for the blood off that dog. You know what I'm saying? Not the line. They make your dog try to make your dog important out here. So you know what I'm saying, you can claim it. And that's what I got.
Well
Yes, sir.
said, you know.
Who'd you say that casino?
Yeah.
Boy, you need to say that again.
No, I said everybody just focus on, making. I had came in late on the conversation. I had more to say about it, but you know what I'm saying. But I was just saying, focus on making your dog so important, so popular that people coming to you for your blood off that dog, not what it comes from. Because if people still, if you get the dog and people still come in for the people before your dog, then that means your dog ain't make an impact to the point where, you know what I'm saying, they want to come to you. You feel me?
And
So you got more
that's
work to
all
do.
I was
So
saying,
just focus on
casino.
putting that work in. Huh?
That's all I
Yeah,
was saying.
man.
Yeah, put an
Yeah.
echo on that shit. Make sure them folks at the back can hear that casino. You
That's
know they
all I
need to
was
hear that.
saying.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all
Yeah,
I was saying.
before y'all get to
I'm gonna just
carrying
let me
on, man, we got the shake, man. We got the shake. Y'all about to start, you know what I'm saying? We got the shake, man.
all right, man. Yeah, man.
Man.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
shit, I cook on it. I come in earlier on the next conversation, so I
Yeah.
get my full opinion, man. Salute everybody.
For sure, for sure.
All right.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Big A, Dre. I don't know if
Yeah.
you look. I'm gonna call you on three-way with Game Breaker, so we go ahead and set this shit up for next week.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, man. You have to reach out to me. Um, we'll get it together, man. But yeah, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Toyo coming through with another one for sure, yo, man. Don't nobody put it down like Toyo do, man. For sure. Men at work coming up at 10 a.m., man. Y'all give it a second. We'll be right back. For sure, man. But other than that, you know what it is, man. Yeah. Yeah. Hold up. Oh.